Contours watching Siobhan, and today I'm going to be doing the Dilemmas of a Book Nerd tag. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, that's it. It was created by Lindsay's Little Library. I will link her channel in the description if you want to check her out. But let's just get straight on to the questions. Number one is book storage. How do you store and organise your books? Right now I'm not in Scotland at home. I'm out in Corfu, Greece, so I don't have them behind me to physically show you, but my middle black shelf is mostly James Patterson, and I organised them into series and then for his standalones in chronological order, and like the first one he published to his latest, basically. That's how I organise them. I have another bookshelf with a bunch of thrillers. That's in alphabetical order from last name. And then some glass cabinets are to do with genres. I have middle grade and then like young adult, fantasy, and all of that kind of thing. I also have a Stephen King shelf, and that's not in any type of order. It's in from hardback to mass market, like the mass market being at the front because it's the shortest. So it's kind of like all over the place. So there's not like one specific way I do it. I think it depends on the type of book. Yeah, I think it just depends on the type of book itself or the author. Number two is tracking. How do you keep track of what you have read and what books you own? For books that I own, I actually have this. I haven't filled it all in. I've only gotten as far as my James Patterson books. I only just started doing this recently. And this is the Alex Cross series. I have them all written down and I put a tick next to the ones that I actually own. And that way I know which ones I'm missing. I think I only am missing one, which is Cross Justice. So that's how I log the books that I own. But as far as the books that I've read, I just use Goodreads for that. For question 3, borrow. Do you lend your books out? No. The last time I did that, I was still working at the charity shop that I was at, or volunteering, and I lent out one of my James Patterson books to one of the other volunteers' daughter, and she had it for months and still hadn't read it. And I then left, but I did ask, and I still haven't gotten it back yet, so I'm hoping to replace it soon. It was a second hand, I did buy it at a charity shop, so it's not like super special or anything, but it was kind of a hit, I guess, I don't know. So now it's an absolute no-no. Unless I can completely trust the person won't wreck it, or just keep it and won't give it back, basically. Number 4 is buying. How do you buy or acquire your books? I've just written down like charity shops, Amazon, eBay, Tesco, Asda, and I also do use the Books app on the iPhone, where you can buy off there as well, and Scribd Overdrive. I use all of those. I think it just depends on what I'm looking for. Number 5 is comment. How do you respond to the comment, how do you read so much? I've only been on BookTube since March, so I actually haven't had it yet. Due to the fact that on a regular month I don't tend to read probably more than 5 books, but when it comes to the Owls or the Newts, that's when I read a lot. So I don't really technically read enough to be asked that yet, I don't think. Number 6 is next book. How do you pick your next read? Mostly either if there's a readathon going on and there's prompts and I just pick books to fit them prompts, or I mostly just read thrillers, or a mood reader sometimes as well. It just depends on how I feel. If I've got nothing else to read, I'll just see how I feel and like pick from there, I guess. Question 7 is travel. How do you pick what books to bring on vacation? That was it. This one's pretty relevant to right now, because I am in Corfu instead of home in Scotland. So I basically picked books that were on my Around the Year in 52 Books challenge. I picked books that I could physically take that weren't on Overdrive, Scribd or YouTube, you know, where I could get the audiobooks or ebooks. So I tried to limit as much as I could. I did end up taking about 10 though. Most of them are paperback, so it was a little bit easier. I only had one hardback to take with me. So that's usually how I do it. It's just depending on if I'm doing a readathon or not, I think. Number 8 is annotate. Do you write, highlight or mark up your books in any way? I did when I first started reading a lot. I used sticky tabs. I used those. I still do use them on specific books, whether I feel like it's important to remember certain things. But I didn't take any sticky tabs with me on holiday, so I can't really do that here. But I think it depends on the book, whether I do it or not. But I don't write in them. I only write on the sticky tabs. Yeah, I'm still one of those people who won't write in their books yet. Or highlight or anything. Number 9, new or backlist. Which do you prefer, new releases or backlist books? I had to Google what backlist meant. But mostly backlisted books. I will take out, I will buy a new release if it's like a James Patterson or a Stephen King. I will like grab those pretty fast. But I mostly go for backlisted books. Because I've got a lot of like older James Patersons that I need to read and stuff like that. Last question, number 10, sequels. Do you read books as they are released or wait for the entire series is published before reading book 1? I think it depends on whether I know for 100% sure that I will enjoy the series, then I will wait until the whole thing is out and then just binge it. Just binge read the whole series. I did that with Dan Wells. His first 3 books, they came out first for the John Wayne Cleaver series and the little novella, until I realised that he took out another 3 books as well. So I'm hoping to get to those other 3 this year, hopefully. So, but like, for the sakes of James Patterson, if he's still taking out Alex Cross books, then I will wait. Although I'm still on number 9 of that series, so I've got a long way to go before I would have to wait a year for the next one to come out. So I don't know. I think it definitely depends on the book or series. That's all of the questions. I guess anyone who wants to be tagged is tagged. There you go. Just anybody who feels like doing the video, just do the video, I guess. I don't really have anyone in particular that I would tag. I will see you in the next video. My Twitter and Instagram are in the description as always. And don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Bye.